Cyclone 262. Will it weld? 6010, 7018. Is it a stick welding machine? Let's find out. All right, so we're going to take a closer look at this here Everlast 262. It's a nice, pretty portable size machine, and it's a powerhouse. It's got a duty cycle of 50% at 200 amps. That means you can run this machine at 200 amps for 5 minutes while you're welding with stick. It's a pretty powerful machine. It's got a bunch of little bells and whistles when it comes to it. It's not only is it a stick welder, but it's a pretty stout MIG welder too. It pretty much competes with the other big boys out there, that's for sure, especially for its size. So we can go through this panel right here and kind of see a few of the capabilities of this machine as far as a MIG and stick machine. Across the top is where we can select all of our functions. First is we have our MIG or C25, C100, and that's basically the same thing except we're switching our gas, the shielding gas we're using. Then we're moving over to aluminum or a spool gun, stainless steel wire, flux core with gas or AKA dual shield. And then we're going to get over to the main talking point today, and that's stick. This machine's got a really good display. You can really read everything on it. It allows the welder kind of an opportunity to kind of show where the leads ought to go and the polarity they should be running. Now, stick welding is a little different because depending on what rod you're using, depends on what polarity you want to run. So the machine's going to recommend DC negative. Some rods like DC negative, some like DC positive, some like both. So that's something that you're going to have to pay attention to when you're looking at the manufacturer's specs. So we go into here and we can see that this is the custom set mode. This is where you can go in and you can set all the little bells and whistles for stick welding, like our amperage with this knob. It's going to go up and down on our amperage. Then we can go down and select different points on the bottom numbers here. These bottom selectors are your little features like arc force, right? Kind of either have a crisp or a soft arc when using this arc force. I'm going to keep it around 30% today. That's not super duper crispy. Usually if it gets crispier, it's kind of digging a little bit more. I think that from what I've used on this machine so far, 30 works great. The hot start time, that means it actually sets a time for this hot start, which is basically an extra burst of amperage right there at the beginning. And I've set mine for 1 second. So I'm going to get a whole second of what I've set is to 10% of whatever I set my amps to. So for example, if I set my amps to 100 to make it easy, at my hot start for a whole second is going to be 110 amps. So my machine's going to give me an extra 10 amps with this 10% at 100 amps. So it's a cool little features that this machine can run through. We can also go over here and we can select standard, which is going to be more like your 7018 style low hydrogen rods, or move over to our cellulose based rods, which we have here, our 6010s. Now, the reason why it has to pick two different ones is because those are two different rods. However, the electrode that's in the rod is actually pretty much the same. It's plain rim steel. It's all about what's in that flux right there. This is a cellulose-based rod, and this is a low hydrogen iron powder lime-based rod in this 7018. So not only does it have these cool bells and whistles, but it also has a power set feature. This power set is pretty impressive. It goes through and you can go at the bottom here and we can select all of our rods, whether it's a 6010, 11, 6013, 7014, 7018. This thing runs just about any stick rod you need it to run. After that, we can go up and we can select our work thickness, depending on the thickness of material we're working on and the size of the electrode we're working on. So if we're working on 3/16 plate and we're only using a 332 diameter electrode, 7018, it's going to say 100 amps for that. And we can go up and down with our amperage, and it's going to tell us whether we should go down or we should go up, right? And then in the power set, we can also select the electrode size all the way up to 5 32nd rods for the electrode. So this thing can run some pretty big rods. Again, 50% duty cycle at 200 amps. You're not going to need all those amps, but all our arc force, hot start amps, VRD, all that stuff is on auto or off. We can go down and change a few things, I think. Looks like we can just only change that. But stick welding is a really easy process to set up. This machine also gives it a pretty easy setup with the power set feature. I will say this looks a little hot for my preference on gauge of metal and electrode. I would say that I would probably run a little bit less on some of these settings, but they know what they're up to. All we got to do now is plug in our leads, DC positive polarity, because our electrodes here, they want to be run positive. Same thing with these 7018s. 7018s are going to be run on positive polarity. And all that simply means is our electrode is going to get plugged into the positive terminal. And we're already running positive once this ground gets plugged in. Put this on our work, put our electrodes in here, and we're good to weld. We're going to do a 3F fillet weld, 60-10, 70-18, 1/8 rods going up and down. Let's weld something. We're going to be running 2 stick rods today. The Fox EV50 7018 by Bowler. We're going to run this old dog uphill. And then we have the Fleetwood 5P 60-10 plus by Lincoln. So we're going to be changing these up. See which one we want to run first. Yeah, I'm going to go with the iron powder. I like that. Let's go. All right, let's light this old dog up. See how she strikes. Oh, that's real smooth right off the jump. We're going to keep a nice tight arc link stringer, beating it all the way up this here 3F fillet weld on some 3/8 plates, 120 beans right up the crack. Keep it tight. Oh yeah, that's just buttering in there. That's real nice. It's wetting in them toes. It's digging in that root. Make sure you're filling it in. Make sure you go nice and slow with these 7018 rods up in this crack going uphill. Bust it loose. Oh yeah, that'll do. 1/8 7018 right up the crack. Let's put a tie-in in. Arc initiates real quick, real easy, real stable. It's good to see. Good to see. Everlast 262 showing off. Got a little spicy up there at the top. All right, we're ripping this old bead in there. We've got the root in with the 7018 1/8. Let's switch over to the power set feature and keep running a few more beads over the 7018 before we switch it over to 60-10. Let's hit this old power set from 119 amps for that root pass. We're running 1/8 7018 rods, 3/8 plate. It says 140 beans. That's a lot of beans. I'm going to dig a hole right through it. I'm going to say I'm not as qualified for 140. I'm going to go down to 130 and let's run it. Do a little slight oscillation in this old dog, side to side, pausing on them toes, sinking the heat into the edges. Oh yeah, baby, what's in there? Got a nice dig in it, but it's all filling back in. 130 on the power set. Let's keep running it. Oh yeah, we're just weaving it around up. It's like a stringer weave. Wetting into those toes. Laying down nice and flat for a vertical up weld. Get to those sides and pause. Get to those sides and pause. What-a? Nice. Why not? Let's go ahead and put an oversized weld on this old dog. Everlast 262 Cyclone power set 130. The power set did recommend 140 amps. However, I am running uphill, so I feel the need to run it down a little bit so I don't make a fool of myself and dig a hole right through this here T-plate. We're going to weave it while I wish it well for this final bead with the 7018. Let it light up, drop down, shapa, ja, trace that crater, and keep rolling, 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 rolling. Yeah, I know y'all be loving this right here. Watch your money maker. That's what I'm talking about. Cyclone 262, 18, 7018. I don't know what they call them. I just know the sound they make when they burn. Let's change this machine over from 7018 to 6010. So we're going to go down to the rod selector. 6010, 6011. Move up to the work thickness. Up to 3/8. I won't go up 3/8. That's fine. 5/16, 3/8, same. 110 amps, 6010, downhill. They go up, they go down, they go left, they go right, they go anywhere you want. Let's run this 6010. We've got our coupon flipped over. Let's weld. Oh yeah. Somebody stop me. Ow, ow, ow. Spicy rods. Oh, but it's putting that bead in nice. Got the bead put in this here old teapot with this 5P rod soaked in real slick. We're going to turn her down a little for these fills. Let's keep welding. I'm having fun. There we go. Oh, she lights right up. I'm going to whip it down. Whip and pause, whip and pause, whip and pause, whip and pause, whip and pause. Someone put a bead on that. Loosey goosey, loosey goosey. Oh yeah, this thing's running nice, crispy, clean. Kind of makes me want some Krispy Kreme. Oh yeah, nice and smooth, buttery. That's what we want to see right there. Stacking pennies, bro. That's it for today's episode on Weld.com. Everlast Cyclone 262, stick welding, 6010, 7018, downhill, uphill, any direction. Follow me, Dr. Weldz, on my social channels, as well as Weld.com and Everlast. Check them out. This thing weld sticks so good you won't even need a grinder. Whoop.